I was trolling somebody, and because they brought up, like, what if it was one of your family loved ones? What if it was you? And I'm like, bro, I haven't gone to the doctor in like 8 years. I think I'm good.
Welcome back to the FME episode 20. Something, whatever, you know. And today we've got a very special guest. Name is Matt. Matt, welcome aboard. He didn't show up.
What the hell?
These things happen, you know. No
Sorry,
biggie.
Matt. It's all right, Matt.
We miss you, Matt.
We miss you.
You're in our hearts.
I haven't even
Jesus.
got to meet you yet.
God, Matt. We needed you.
Miss you already.
God damn it.
Bastard.
What?
Now, where's Tony?
Yeah,
Tony?
where are you, Tony?
Tony.
If Matt's in our hearts, Tony's in our livers. To help us
Okay.
power through the
Makes
alcohol.
sense. Makes sense.
It's just like Chinese food.
Oh. We'll get him on the show eventually.
Eventually.
We should schedule, ask him when he's available instead of like, hey, can you make it next time?
No. You come on our time. Let's go. Get to work.
We should just kidnap him.
I'll Uber you.
Isn't our time? It's like an hour drive.
That's okay.
Expensive as
That's
fuck.
that
That's okay.
expensive Uber driver.
Hey, all forms of payment are required, and I take all forms. So cash, currency,
Blowjobs.
blowjobs. If you have soft skin, half off. So make arrangements. We'll pick you up.
General Tso's chicken.
General Tso's chicken.
Oh shit, dude! I did eat. Have you guys ever ate at this place called Aloha Kitchen?
Yeah,
It's in
over
Mesa?
Yeah.
Dude, bomb! Shout out to Aloha Kitchen, bro. That stuff is amazing.
What's on the Alma School between Dobson? No.
Southern or something, or
What'd you get?
Guadalupe and
Google
Alma
it.
School.
Google it.
Like Guadalupe and Alma School, kind of in between there, in between Baseline and Guadalupe. Dude, that place is right by Nello's Pizza. Always packed. It's like a mom and pop shop, dude. You go in there, fantastic, bro. Teriyaki chicken. I got this thing called the JR Special. It's like fried chicken, but with like real crispy chicken with like a kind of like a spicy sauce.
I forgot the name. Katsu chicken.
Katsu chicken. That's
That's good.
bomb, dude.
Yep.
And then they make this like macaroni salad, and they give
Maybe
you like
put it on top.
no, it's like on the side, but then the rice is fresh. You could tell like they make it there, and then fresh pineapple, bro.
I mean, you can make rice. I can make rice right now.
No,
during
dude,
this episode.
they grow the rice themselves, bro.
They got a field
Plants
back
in
there.
the back, and they grow them. They pick them. They have little Asians with the hats on and shit in the back, like oh,
And the paddy fields and whatnot.
And it's all like this.
One at a time?
Yeah.
God. Can you imagine how fresh... Well, white rice goes through purification or some shit, so I don't know.
I don't know, but I recommend that place, dude. That place,
that place is delicious.
pretty good, cheap too.
Yeah.
You go in there. It's kind of weird though. Like they have a picture of Guy Fieri when you go in there, so that's kind of awkward.
I wonder if he came to the restaurant.
Yeah,
I
he
would
did.
assume
Just picked him
so.
outside the restaurant, and so he's kind of looking at you the whole time as you're ordering. But other than that, and then they have like it's kind of a mixture between Hawaiian and Asian. It's really weird. Like you go in there, it's like all Hawaiian flavor, but then there's like Asian cats, like glass decorations above the register, and I'm like, I don't know how to feel right now. But either way, the food's delicious. So
Well, I think Hawaii, correct me if I'm dumb, internet, but I think Hawaii, the teriyaki flavor comes from there.
does it?
I think so. Or it's a mix between Hawaiian and Japanese.
Damn, this is all a fucking lie then.
I mean, everything's a lie. I'm lying to you right now. I'm not actually here.
Oh, bye.
I'm not going to do anything. But I'm not
It's it's kind of like Matt. He's here.
Yeah, Matt's here.
You
Hey,
just
Matt.
can't see him.
Hey Matt, you like
You
that?
can't see me if I can't see you.
You looking through your
That's
fingers.
fucking stupid. I'm sorry. I'll go now. I'm sorry.
Awkward silence for
You
a second.
stay. You stay and you like it.
All right. I'll be back. I'm here.
It's like Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood coming into the door. Get your
Beautiful
sweater on.
day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day. Copyright claim.
Dude, so yes, I was late today. And the reason I was late is I had to do a last minute kind of surprise deal for our niece. And so, they got the Elf on the Shelf.
Yeah.
That's going on right now. All the kids love it. You pretty much get an elf from the North Pole and you every morning put it in different positions, leave little notes, just pretty much like, it's pretty creepy if you think about it. You're telling the kids that you got this little elf spine on their asses all day, and like don't touch it or it loses its magic. And then like in the middle of the night, the motherfuckers running around and shit, like doing, you know, weird stuff and making marshmallow snowmen and all this shit. But anyway, so there's an elf on the shelf that's, you know, all the kids do. And our niece, who is 7, she's staying at the in-laws' house right now. And so she doesn't have one. And I was over there today earlier, and she kind of mentioned something like, you know, why doesn't the elf come here? Like, why don't I have an elf? Or like, what did I do that was wrong that the elf doesn't want to come, you know? So I felt bad, right? And I was like, shit, dude.
Way to go.
And I was like, and then my fucking manipulative ass was like, did they set that shit up, dude? You know, like, did they wait for me to come and like say, like, practice your lines? Like, when he comes and just tell him this. So anyway, I felt bad, and I was with my daughter and shit. So after I got home, I told Veronica, I was like, look, we got to get her an elf on the shelf. Like, you know, let's see if any stores have them. And luckily Target did.
Nice.
And so I was like, fuck. And then, all right, now I looked, I'm like, shit, it's 3 o'clock. All right. I gotta go to Target, and then Veronica wrote like a little letter from Santa saying, you know, this is Elf on the Shelf, whatever the fuck. And then there was a pair of pajamas that we had for her and stuff. So she had nice Christmas pajama socks and a nice Elf on the Shelf pajama set. And then so I left it on the door. And then I told them, I called the grandparents and I said, hey, wake up and you know, record her answering the door and have her go check the bench outside. So you know, I'll post the video on there so everyone can see, but yeah, that's why I was late. So I was doing a little bit of Salvation Army work, dude.
Aw, you were so cute.
Yeah.
Aww.
You know, you kids don't have an elf on the shelf?
I don't got one.
I've never heard of that ever.
Really?
That sounds creepy from a child's perspective. Like this elf, he's just there.
Yep.
He's watching you.
He's watching you. I'll post some pictures of some funny ass predicaments that these people put the elves in and shit overnight, dude. Some of it's fucking hilarious, bro. Like adult type humor. I'll put it on the site.
Yeah. What's that Facebook page?
The Facebook / F My Entertainment. Check it out. It's we'll keep it posted on there. We keep it fresh. Keep a lot of current events, news, anything we find funny, post it on there. Pretty good stuff.
I don't really do that now, but I'll try to be more active just for you.
Santino's a lurker. He lurks in the shadows of the internet.
I mean, that's what I do always.
But he pops up though every time to time, and you know.
You'll see his likes.
Yeah. You'll see the likes.
That's what I'm all about. You know, you hit the surprise face. You're like, oh, nice.
Ooh, or you might get the face. You know, the hand on the chin.
I mean, that's my trademark.
That is, dude.
Have you ever just randomly just started looking at people's posts and you're just like angry? And they do something they do something nice. I'm just like angry. Or I know this week I was trolling somebody on Facebook and I thought it was hilarious. And you know, usually when you troll, you put a comment and you hit the LOL. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I ain't putting the LOL. And the topic was about, you know, I know this might hit a little home to some viewers and some not, whatever. But you know, marijuana. I guess they have like a certain thing where they do something with that plant and it cures cancer. And my comment on there, I was just joking. Remember, I'm trolling. I said, I'm like, no, that's my job security. Get rid of that. Essentially, you know, I don't need that in our lives. And then someone's like, no, but this is like the breakthrough. And I'm like, so, but I like my job security. I'm like, why are you trying to take away? You know, basically, I just kept going about it. And then after a few sessions, you know, like I put on there why, and, you know, because they brought up like, what if it was one of your family loved ones, and what if it was you? And I'm like, bro, I haven't gone to the doctor in like 8 years. And I'm like, I think I'm good. I mean, if it happens, you know, then I gotta, you know, basically just who cares, you know, like essentially, you know. But after all that, and I'm like, oh, and just by the way, all my comments are here. I just wanted to let you know I've been trolling you the whole time. And I put a laugh out loud. And then someone else jumps in that's not the one that posted it. And he's like, basically tells me, he's like, he tags my name on there and just goes on about blah, blah, blah.
A fucking 40-page essay.
You know, it's like a little paragraph and tells you like, you better watch yourself because, you know, karma is going to bite you in the ass and blah, blah, blah. And then I just responded, well, if you were reading the comments instead of jumping the gun, essentially you would know that I was just trolling.
Karma's a bitch.
And I'm like, come on, dude. I'm like, I go, and then I went about telling him, like, I've been in the medical industry for like over 10 years. I think I know what the hell's going on about all this nonsense. I go,
so a smackdown on him.
Yeah, a little bit. It's just like,
like a little love tap.
Yeah, and I'm just
Like,
like,
back the fuck
yeah.
up.
I was like, dude, calm down. It's a fucking joke.
Dude, those internet trolls are no joke, bro.
Yeah, and
And like
I
you'll
don't
know it's a
troll hard
troll
sometimes.
when they write like a fucking essay, bro. Like you go in there, like I like the one-liners, bro. I like the quick little fucking funny ass comments, but then you see like, excuse me, that is not appropriate according to Article 246. You know, I'm like, what the fuck, bro? Relax, son. You know, but you see them, bro. You'll like check the comments, like not reading that, not even a sentence in,
Hey,
dude. I'm like,
don't talk shit about Article 246. You know what?
I'm sorry, dude. God, all these liberals, bro.
Yeah, seriously. Liberals.
No, they. I did see something. And I don't know how true it is, but they found a cure or a vaccine for cancer.
Ooh.
Yeah,
They said they were testing on I think it was mice first, and then I think a couple human, and now they're showing positive results. So
well, essentially, they've done. I mean, because I've talked to a few doctors about, because I'm like, how do they feel? I'm not gonna say what companies, because I've talked. Obviously, I worked 2 different companies before, and I've talked to some doctors about their whole thought process of marijuana, or not even like marijuana, like smoking or whatever. It's all about the whole aspects and what the breakdowns. There's some things that can help. Like, I, for instance, I know someone personally who had like this skin disease, and they went through a whole research chemo study, and it did nothing to them. It didn't help them. It didn't, it didn't, obviously, it didn't progress, but it didn't do anything. It just kept, it was still there, Yeah. But when they started doing, someone told them like, hey, maybe you should just take some like THC, like to do these oils and whatnot. And sure enough, he started doing it. And after it's not like a miracle cure happens overnight, but he said after about 8 months, like he went to go check up with his doctor again, and they're like, hey, it's pretty much gone.
holy shit!
Damn.
And he's like, well, what did you change? Because he was hospitalized, and he had to postpone work and whatnot. So, and he just told him like, yo, I've been doing this. And then when they looked up on it, it was not, it was common for like certain things like that to help out. And yes, there's vaccines, and I believe, there's been studies out there.
Yeah.
It's just marijuana has like this stigma. And there was even a video I watched, that talked about how this doctor went up to like a medical board committee, talking about how you should not like have the stigma anymore on marijuana, that they should bring it into the whole medical system and analyze it even more.
Right.
But they're just like, they shot it down just because they're like, no, but you see them, they'll make something, and then they're like, no, we can't have that.
Yeah,
but
no.
it's like,
I mean, I know that marijuana itself is an anti-inflammatory, so like you see MMA fighters and stuff with the CBD oil.
Yeah.
After fights and stuff, they're hitting the pen. It doesn't have any THC in it per se, but it does have the CBD oil, and it's supposed to help them with inflammation, the soreness, the healing time after the fights. And then of course they got people with epilepsy, like the kids and stuff that have seizures and stuff all day, and they'll go 20 seizures a day, and then start doing the drops and the oils and stuff, and it goes down to less than 1 or none at all.
yeah, you brought that one shocked me when I saw videos of that.
Yeah.
And even when like there was that grandfather one, he was trying to eat and his arm was shaking.
Yep.
You got people inventing spoons, which, that's great. Like the spoons.
The spoon that don't shake or don't drop the food when you shake.
Yeah, it doesn't. Now, that's great, but hit it at its source, man. Don't make another product that you got to buy. And then, he was taking the drops. And after about half an hour, his thing was like he stopped shaking.
Calm down, yep.
And he started talking normal. Like it hit his nervous system, and it was just like, it broke it down. It was crazy to me. And I'm like, the only thing he's like, I'm just more hungrier.
Right. No,
he was hungrier. I was like, dude,
dude.
come on.
I mean, and that's the thing. I think we're getting to a point now where we're kind of at the cusp of, we got the old generation dying off.
Yeah.
And I say in the next, 15, 20 years, even maybe sooner, maybe 10 years, we're going to run into a point where we're going to have younger politicians, we're going to have younger people in power, and the people that have the old stigma about, cannabis or marijuana being bad, or, people saying that, you shouldn't do it, and all this negative stigma that comes with it, those people are going to be gone or out of office. I think I think the world's changing to a point where the younger people want marijuana to be legal. Younger people don't want none of this bullshit for America. Give us a pill to stop this, but then it has the side effects, and I got to take more pills to stop the side effects. And and like you said,
it's a business
how
triangle
stupid
right
is
there.
that instead of stopping the fucking people that shake, you're going to sell them an item that will not drop their food when they shake, but you'll still shake, but your food won't drop.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. You'll be all right. You'll still get that food in your mouth. Like, what the fuck, man?
It seriously blew my mind, dude. I'm like, it irks me sometimes, but like, that's how America is, you know. Like, I hate to say that, but it's like
It is.
It's like, hey, well, this happened. Well, what if we fix this? I'm like, no. How about you go out to the source? It's kind of like when you go to work and you got some lazy ass motherfuckers, and you're like, let's have a meeting to address it, but not actually pinpoint the source.
That's my favorite. Like, all right, everybody.
Let's just
now
push
this one thing that one person, I'm not naming any names, but that thing happened. Nobody should be doing that, so everybody don't do that. All right, bye, everybody. Also, that person's not in trouble. Bye.
Right.
Yeah, they beat around the bush with that. They got to stop with that shit, man. But
shut shit down.
Yeah, go after where the main issue is.
Yes, cut it off at the source, like everything, dude.
I got sidetracked by the by the example.
Yeah, I mean, it brings up to where many things. Every lives you see things. I'm like, oh, what if I just do this? I'm like, well, what's causing you that issue? I think that's what the mindset of everybody should be when it comes to the medical field. I mean, I know it's not easy said and done, but certain things is like, hey, well, what if we did try that? Yeah, obviously money's an issue.
Yeah, money's an issue. I mean, they want to overcharge for everything. I mean, it's you get a fucking bag of water, IV. And they're gonna charge you $1,000, bro. Like, oh, you need that IV? Yeah, we're gonna charge you for the bag of normal saline water. And then like $600 or so for the nurse to administer that thing for you. And then you saw a doctor for 2 minutes. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's be about $1,200. Like what?
Yeah.
Like what the fuck, man?
And the bag costed like $30 because the whole case is cheap.
But is the alternative? I mean, Canada has free healthcare. Is that the alternative? I mean, I've heard mixed reviews where I've heard horror stories, which you're going to hear everywhere. Yeah. But then I've also heard great things about I didn't have to wait. That they have this rumor or this stigma, I guess, is you have to wait forever to get health. Get looked at by a doctor, yada yada. But then Canadians come out and say, no, we don't. We schedule appointments just like everyone else. We have emergencies. If needed. We have ER just like America. There's really no difference. I mean, yeah, if you do have to wait a little bit longer, let's say you wait a day or two longer than what you would, but it's free. You don't have fucking debt collectors calling you all the time. You don't have the hospital raping you, for everything. Oh, you got ibuprofen too? You got 2 tabs of ibuprofen? That's $700. Oh, what the fuck, man? Are you kidding me? So, I mean, I took my daughter to the ER, and I don't know, did I say this on here? That my daughter got stung by a scorpion?
No.
Did I tell you guys?
No. I believe you did mention it to us. I don't know if it was on air or off air, but I did remember you mentioning it.
No, I
if
did.
If you've heard the story and I'm wrong, then, oh, well.
Well, here it is. Yeah, here it is. So my daughter, who's 7 months old, was on the floor right in front of me. And it was middle of the day, like 11 in the morning, and she moved one of her toys, the little keyboard toy, the Fisher-Price, like ding, 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 ding toy. And
Those are great.
Yeah, dude, I play with that shit too. So she's on the floor. She moves it on the, she's right below my feet, and she moves it with her hand, and underneath a fucking scorpion comes out. And I seen her like move the scorpion, right? Like kind of shove it away because she don't know what the fuck it is, right? So she just kind of moves it away, and I didn't see her sting her or nothing. Like she didn't cry, she didn't like jump back, she didn't start bursting out in tears or screaming. She was just like whatever. And then the fucking thing ran away, but I stomped it. And then I checked her out. I couldn't see any marks. I couldn't see any holes or any puncture wounds or anything like that. So I was like, okay, maybe she didn't get stung. I was like, lucked out. Shit. And 15, 20 minutes later, she starts getting fussy. And she wouldn't eat. She was uncomfortable. So I was like, shit, maybe she's hot. So I took her outside and just I let her cool off for a little bit. And when I was looking in her face, I see her eyes kind of rolling. And, her cheeks are all red. And I'm like, fuck. So Veronica, of course, was freaking out, from the beginning. She's like, oh my God. And she's like, I got to take her to the hospital. I'm like, no, she's fine. She's fine. And I was like, she's just fussy, And she's like, no, she's not. I could tell something's wrong. And that mother's intuition, bro. Like, I was like, at first, because I know Veronica, I'll doubt her. I'll be like, no, you're fucking nuts. Just calm the fuck down. You're crazy.
Is this the baby or the second kid? This
is the baby. Okay, this is the 7-month-old. And I tell Veronica, like, calm the fuck down. I was like, you know what you're talking about. You're going crazy. You're going to 0 to 100. And then about after like second or third time of her mentioning it and I see the baby not improving, I'm like, fuck. I'm not going to tell Veronica she's right, but I'm going to say, hey, let's go to the hospital. So we're driving to the hospital, right? We're driving to the hospital and the baby's in the car seat. Veronica's in the back seat with the baby and I have Briella, my 3-year-old. And I'm driving as fast as I can, right? I'm not paying fucking ambulance. So I'm driving, I'm going to Chandler Regional, which is like 10, 15 minutes from my house, if that. And I'm cruising, bro. I'm like, going as fast as I can. And Veronica's freaking out and shit. She's like hyperventilating back there. She's like, oh my God. I'm like, you're freaking out. You're making the baby freak out. Calm down, because that's how I get in those situations. Like, I just like lock in, get in tunnel vision and like, okay, mission, like gotta get here. And like everything else, I don't let anything phase me. I'm like real straight faced, like cool, calm, collected. And so we get to the hospital. She takes the baby out. And then I go park the car with my 3-year-old. And by the time I get back, after I park the car and get to the hospital, they already got the baby in the back in the emergency room. They're trying to put an IV in her. And Veronica's fucking crying. She's in there. She's got like 3 nurses. They're trying to hold the baby. The baby's squirming. She's uncomfortable. The baby's screaming her lungs off. And then the doctor's in there. And then Veronica's like, you're going to have to change me. You're going to have to switch me. I can't deal with this. I'm like, all right, cool. So she takes the 3-year-old. I go in there and they're like, Dad, we're going to have to, they told Veronica that they couldn't find a vein on her hand to administer the antivenom. So they're like, we're going to have to go through her bone. And that's where Veronica lost it. She's like, what the fuck are you talking about? And then so I went in there like, yeah, we have to go through the bone. I'm like, just do what you got to do, bro. Do what you got to do. I don't care. But then they called some people from the pediatric ward. They came down and they turned the lights off and they put the UV underneath the palm.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow.
So it illuminates the veins
That's
in
cool.
the hand. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. And they first try got it. Boom.
Awesome.
And I was like, cool. All right. But then the baby's uncomfortable. They got her on IV. They got the anti-venom going. But the baby, because the venom, when it interacts with our blood, it causes numbness, pain on adults and shit. They can lose feeling on their limbs or wherever they get stung for a couple days. So for a little baby who's 20 pounds, their whole body.
My whole body.
Yeah. And
Wow.
so the baby's kind of uncomfortable. She keeps moving. They had to wrap the IV on her hand so that she couldn't pull it out.
Yeah.
But they're like, this is normal for a baby. Like, and I'm like, well, how come she didn't like scream or she's like, well, the baby doesn't really accept pain as like we do. So like when she got stung, she just more of like brushed it off. I'm like, she's a fucking soldier, bro.
Yeah.
She's a fucking beast child. And then they're like, but the baby can't tell you like I'm in pain or I'm numb, so she keeps moving her body and shit because she's like uncomfortable and she's having pain and numbness and tingling. She's like, what the fuck is going on? Kind of freaking out a little bit. So I had to hold her and I was like fucking riding a rodeo, bro. Like she was like moving. I'm like trying to balance her and watch the IV cord and like she keeps, jerking and shit, kind of having involuntary body movements. And then about an hour, I'd say about an hour and a half, they gave 2 doses of antivenom. And then after about an hour and a half, she was good. And they're like, this is normal for a baby. They move like this. They're fussy. And then also, too, another sign is that they have excess saliva. So, like, if a kid or a baby gets stung, they start, their body starts secreting more saliva. So they can't swallow, or if they do swallow, they end up choking or end up puking because I guess the venom just has that reaction to us. Like, it makes us do, like, develop more saliva and shit. So they were, like, sucking out her saliva so she wouldn't choke. But she's screaming the whole time. And then an hour and a half later, like her body, they told us like her body's gonna like shut down, like she's gonna be sitting there, like, and she was in Veronica's arms on the bed, and she was kind of looking, like just kind of staring off into the hallway of the emergency room, just looking at people, but like just lifeless, bro. Her body was just there, like
that's some scary shit.
Yeah, bro, it was scary as fuck. And so I'm like, but me, I just handled it, bro. I'm like, dude, it has to be done. But so I'm like, fuck, we gotta get someone to come out and spray. So. And then also too, like, cause it's getting cold out, they like to find warmer places. So they always fucking find a way in. And then one of the nurses told Veronica that they come through the outlets at her house. She's like, I've seen them come through the fucking outlets or, light fixtures and shit on the ceiling, the drain in your sink. Yeah. We've had one come up through the drain, in the summertime. We fucking, so then we started closing the drains, so fucking scorpions are no joke, bro. And what's scary about it is that, like, imagine that she was just on the floor playing and that happened and no one saw it.
Yeah.
And you would never know. You would never think, like, oh, she got fucking stung by a scorpion.
Damn.
But I was just lucky I was there and I saw it. And I was like, oh, shit. So, yeah, it was scary shit, man. I would definitely, make sure that if you haven't, spray your shit down. We went through Green Mango. Shout out to them.
I have
Green Mango.
Yeah,
I have
Green
my
Mango.
dad.
Thank you.
My dad used to do exterminating, so he just come to. When I first got my house, he did that.
Oh, nice.
Sprays it, and then he just
Sprays
comes
it
by
down.
and he just like sprays it again.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they come out every month. They remove cobwebs and shit like that because that's what they eat. So if you get rid of the food source, they're more not likely to come back.
Damn.
But grasshoppers, fucking termites, spiders, all the little insects is what these motherfuckers eat, and that's what attracts them.
Damn.
So like if you go out in the backyard at night, you hear like those grasshoppers chirping away. You can expect that there's some scorpions waiting in the fucking mist, bro. I'll go out there sometimes, bro. Like I got so paranoid, I went and bought a fucking high grade UV light, and I'll be up at 2-3 in the morning, like out there in my living room, turn off all the lights, keep it real dark and shit. Just go out there with the UV light. And just go hunting for motherfuckers, dude. Like
you went in your master bedroom and it lit up like a motherfucker.
No, dude. Well, that was for a different reason, bro.
You have like a serious scorpion problem in your house, dude.
It's not a serious scorpion problem.
Like I say that compared to like I've seen like maybe one scorpion in any of my homes. No, you were telling me the other day you saw a scorpion eating another fucking scorpion.
Yeah,
it was a while ago now, but
yeah, no, it was. Well, the problem was too is like over the summer, and this was my fuck up. Like I did some yard work. And I kind of left a pile of like debris kind of on the far back wall. And I just kind of left it there. And I just like, I'll get to it. But those motherfuckers, that's where they like to live. And like, that's where they like to nest. Is so like, if you have like dark, wet, moist, places like that, that's where they like to fucking stay. And ever since I did that, I was like, shit, dude, they're popping up fucking everywhere, bro. So finally I had my buddy Mateo. Mateo came out and he cleaned up my yard and shit, bro. And these guys, like, they were like, because I have a big, pine tree in the back. So the leaves and the needles fall all the fucking time, bro. But when they start falling so much, they collect and they kind of wrap together like a zipper, and they kind of form like this fucking thick layer of, like, it's almost like a carpet. Like even when you blow it and shit with the blower, like it just kind of folds over like a carpet. So you gotta get out there and rake the motherfucker, and it's heavy.
It's gotta be annoying,
dude. It's so annoying. Like if
I chop that tree down.
If it's windy, bro, it's like what the fuck, bro. It's like snow and fucking pine needles. It's crazy.
You have a pool?
No.
I was gonna say, dude.
No, I was gonna get one, but the people that were there before us, they said that they had a pool and they had like a couple good uses out of it. But then the pine tree and the what's the yellow fucking tinge? They'd have like a yellow tinge around the water and the base of the pool, no matter what they did. Like they would scrub it and try to get it all cleaned out and everything, but the sap from the tree, it would just collect, and like all the shit falling from the tree would just hit the pool. So I'm like, fuck that, I'm not doing that, bro. I'm like, let's get the little kiddie pool, let's get the little plastic kiddie pool and shit. But yeah, no, and then in the summertime, in like because we have double panel windows, so in my son's room, I was in there, I was fucking hunting, bro. I had the UV light and shit, and I happened to graze over his bedroom window. And I see like a fucking scorpion, right? And I thought it was on the inside of the window. I was almost freaked the fuck out. I was like, I'm going to break this fucking window, bro. I'm going to get a shoe and just blast that motherfucker. But then I looked closer and he was in between the screen and the panel on the outside of the window. And this motherfucker was not only was there one, there was two. And they were like okay, so here's the screen and the dude's like looking vertical. And then there's another one like this looking like right at him. And then I start looking at it, and I got a video. I'll post that shit. And dude, it's funny. And and so this motherfucker, I'm sitting there, and I'm looking at him, and they're just kind of like like their little claws hands. They're like grabbing claws and shit, but they're face to face and shit, like they were making out or something. So I'm like, what the fuck are they doing, So I start Googling like how do scorpions fuck, And I look it up, and sure enough, bro, they do a little dance where there'll be a guy and a girl face to face. And they lock claws, and they do a little dance and shit. They move around for a little bit, and then the dude drops a bag of sperm, like on the ground, and then he drags the bitch over it. And then that's how she gets impregnated. And I'm like, damn. So I told Veronica, let's try that shit. Let's see what happens. But yeah, I guess that's what they do, bro. It's like they dance for a little bit, and then he comes, and then he leaves like a little pouch of sperm, and then he drags that bitch. Get your ass over here. Lay on my seed. And then she just kind of sits there and soaks it up or some shit. So I thought they were fucking. I'm like, oh, hell no, bro. I was like, fuck no. So I went out there. I got some spray and shit. But then I look closer, and I look, and I'm like, wait a second. This dude he spun the fucking scorpion around, still grabbing on the motherfucker, and he starts, like, eating it, bro. He starts eating the scorpion. Like, and I'm like, well, no. And then I see his little mouth moving and shit, and he's just, like, eating the head. He starts at the head and shit, and then I'm like, damn, what a savage, bro. And then some video, and I'm like, that was your kid. That was your child. How could you do that? And that's, and then like, and that was at like probably 2 a.m. And then I woke up at like 7, and I went over there, bro. He was still eating it. It was all the way down at the tail, right near the stinger. So for like 6 hours, that dude was just feasting. And I looked into it. I guess that's what they do. Like if they get trapped or they don't have food and they get so hungry, they'll start eating like cannibals. They'll start eating each other. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, bro. So yeah, you learn some shit, bro. It's I just don't like the way they fucking look, bro. They're like little aliens. You know, like they're like not quite like an insect, but like not quite like a big like animal, like kind of in the middle. And what scares me about them is that they're silent, bro. Like there's no warning. It's not like a bumblebee that you hear zzz or a rattlesnake or something that you get like, oh shit, something's here. No, that motherfucker be right underneath your feet. You don't even know it.
You know they can jump on you too, right?
Huh?
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit, something else to fear.
Dude.
They use their tail and they use
like a springboard?
Yeah, like a spring.
God
And they
damn.
just jump on you.
That should be the next movie, Attack of the Scorpions.
Shit. Like the movie The Attack of the Spiders.
Yeah. Old school.
Yeah.
too real.
Yeah, I wonder
That'd be
what
too
Jesus or God, whoever created scorpions was thinking. They're like, let's make this thing with claws like a crab.
Yeah.
Let's get them like spider legs looking leg. And then, oh, let's give him this tail. Oh, let's put a stinger on it.
Yeah, fuck it.
Oh, let's make him poisonous. Why not?
Yeah, fuck it. Dude, that wasn't God. That was the devil, bro. The devil made that motherfucker. He's like, oh, God wants to make ladybugs? Okay, motherfucker. I swear to God, dude, they're creepy as fuck.
Well, now we know you watch another porn fetish. All right. Here's two scorpions fucking.
Dude, I thought they were, bro.
So you asked Veronica, like, we should do that?
Yeah.
So what'd you do? Just jizz on the tile and then drag her
No, we
fucking
never did
vagina?
I didn't even get that far with it, bro. Like,
No, what he did, he like came on the floor, and like, sit on this.
yeah, get your ass over here, girl. No, I didn't even get that far, bro.
Dude, I can
She looked
see
at me
you.
like,
I can
"Shut-"
see you just like dragging her, and then tilting her back and gets in her hair, dragging her all like. All right, I think you're good.
Fucking look like something about Mary or something.
Yeah, her hair's just sticking up.
Yeah, right, dude. She didn't even let me get past the second sentence, bro. She looked at me like, shut the fuck up.
That's
It
good.
happens all the time, bro.
Oh,
It happens all the time.
That's good. She used your bullshit.
Dude, she checks me all the fucking time, bro. Your woman ever check you like that?
Well, she checks me all the time, bro.
You have to though, huh?
Gosh.
It's like a
You
checks
get-
and balance, you know?
You get married, that's what happens.
Yeah. Before marriage and it's happening, bro. I'm scared about what's gonna happen after. You know, once she gets that full power, like, yeah, I got you now for sure.
I know. Sometimes I ask my wife, I'm like, where was that in the small print when I got married? I'm like,
Yeah.
it was there. You just didn't see it. It's on the border, just like that Santa Claus movie with
Santa
Tim
Claus
Allen.
movie.
Yeah. It's all like, did you read the card? Did you read the card? I'm like,
Yeah,
shit, I didn't
that's
read.
fucking
I
hilarious.
didn't read my license
Oh
right here.
shit! Let me check. They got to turn it over like National
I know,
Treasure.
seriously.
And use a fucking light and shit.
Yeah, you
Like,
gotta
what
use
the
your UV light. There it is. God damn it, they got me.
I mean, who reads terms of service?
No, never, dude.
You just click on OK and you say, fuck it, let's
That's
go.
what I'm worried about with Apple, bro. Like every time they send like do an upgrade, I'm just like, yeah, accept. Fuck
I mean,
it.
they've done fucked up stuff before.
I know.
I think like a year or two ago, the Apple Music Store was scanning your computer or your Apple computer for like your music files,
Mm.
and then they would delete it and then like offer it back to their shit. But this was an issue for musicians because what they were doing is musicians, they have a ton of audio files to their computer. It would scan those and just delete them or some shit.
That makes sense.
And then
Damn,
when people
dude.
called in, the rep's like, "That's what you agreed to. Like that's what it says." Like,
Oh, I'm sure.
the only thing I
Wow.
can suggest is you uninstall.
Or do you
Hope
want
that's
to buy
still
some
there.
more music?
If you uninstall and then what, you hope that's still there? You just hope that's still.
No, you uninstall, but your music's gone too.
That's what I mean. Like,
And like, what was fucked up? Another issue of it was if you had like a certain version of a song, like a rare version, they would like if they deleted you, they would just give you the regular version of the song. So
Ooh.
even you lose your special shit.
fuck that, dude.
I don't know. I think Apple's garbage sometimes. Just
I'll be hating on Apple, bro.
I'm hating on Apple. I'm tired of Apple.
Dude, Apple's a shit, bro.
No, that's why I left Apple and went to Android. And I'm like, why not you just go to Android forever ago?
Yeah.
The only reason, one of the things like my wife had Android and I'm over here with Apple. I had the first Apple iPhone. I was upgrading like every other year. I was like, oh, here's this S. I'm gonna get that one. Here's this one. But that's not what got me though. What got me was I wanted to play Where's Waldo.
Jesus
my wife,
Christ.
my wife had,
What?
my wife had, yeah, she had an app, bro. She's like, yeah, it's on the App Store. I'm like, all right. She's like, oh, how much did you pay for it? She was like, oh, it's free.
Oh yeah,
Apple's
Apple's
trying.
the App Store costs like 90
It's like $3.99. I'm like,
Oh shit!
I'm like, I ain't paying no $3.99. And she's all showing me these other games on here. I'm not much of a game user on my phone, but I was like, what the fuck, Apple?
Dude,
You're trying to charge
that set
me?
you over the edge. You were like, fuck this.
I'm like, why am I? Why? I'm like, I didn't understand it. And then the same thing with the iTunes like music.
Yeah.
Like it was just, to me, it's like Apple's nice because it's user friendly.
Yeah.
It does that's great and everything. But if you're not, if you're not tech savvy, but if you can understand your technology, you don't need Apple. But like that's why I was getting annoyed with the Apple products. I'm like, because then they're like, no, if you want my shit, you got to get this shit to work for it. You couldn't. It wasn't.
If your wife wants to check up on you and she wants you to FaceTime, how do you do it?
Use Dual.
Don't use Dual.
Do you use any app that has face call?
Yeah, but that's not the same.
I don't know. My wife
the
does.
same. Who cares
My
if
wife
it's
has
the
an
same?
Android. I have
Good
an
enough.
Android. But my whole dad and my sister and all them, they got an Apple. And they're like,
Like with like the outside family. You
yeah.
guys treat them like, yeah.
Well, my dad wants, he wants to go back to Android. He just
Really?
does, yeah, because he had an Android, then he got an Apple, and he's like, nah, I'd rather go back to Android. And my dad is not tech savvy whatsoever, but he liked Android better.
Yeah, I guess it all depends on what you start out with. Like, before I had an iPhone, I had like a cheap ass, like almost like a flip phone. There was like no internet. Like, God, it feels like forever ago. It was only like 9-10 years ago.
Shit, bro, what phone did you have that did not have internet? That
Dude,
was a flip
it
phone?
did, but like it wouldn't have like I didn't have like Safari or like an actual internet like browser. Like you'd click on it and it was like the phone's cheap ass little internet.
Yeah.
Like,
Those were the days, like
Dude,
the cheap shitty.
yeah,
internet.
bro. And I'd
Like
be
you-
sitting there like, what the fuck? And then
What was your last flip phone? Mine was a Razor.
no, it wasn't a Razor. It was a Sprint. It was a silver Sprint one, and it was thick as fuck. Like it was bulky as shit, and the antenna would go up. And like you
Fucking
never used it.
antenna, bro?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Those
bro.
are the
And then I
old
used
times.
to fucking I used to have like Tupac on my ringtone,
Ooh.
and I would play it and shit. I play on the radio, and then I record it, and then you listen back, and you're like, nah, that sounds like shit. Delete, and then re-record and shit.
Because you're all choosing the width of
Yeah, bro.
the distance so you get that
You gotta
perfect
pick like
sound.
the right time to record and shit. Like you listen to the song, and like wait. Okay, 2 minutes 45 seconds. Okay, boom. All right, now go until 3:10. Nice. All right, and you listen to it, and it sounds like shh. You're like, no. Back in the day, bro, those were the ringtones.
But anyways, so you went from that phone, then you went to Apple, or was
Yeah.
it that the
No,
Android?
no, it wasn't that phone. The one I had, I forgot what it was. But it was like a slide phone. It was like a little red and black slide phone. It was like it was from AT&T. It was I don't even know what brand it was.
Wasn't the Sidekick or something?
No, it was nothing. It was nothing special. It was not one of those like top sellers. It was like a little slide phone. It
Like
wasn't
a
that much.
knockoff or something.
Yeah, like it wasn't nothing crazy.
I had something like that with Cricket. It was like a knockoff,
Yeah.
but it was like one of those side ones. So instead of like up, slide to the side, so you turn it on your side and slide it up. You just had your full fucking keys right there.
Nice.
It was great.
Yeah,
But
I forgot.
talking about these old phones reminds me of this old ass Cricket phone that I fucking held into the ground. Like it was a solid black one piece phone back when there were still like keys on the phone, and like at the end of that thing's life, all the keys were fucking gone. It was just like the little white plastic
Shit.
keys, like all fucking.
You
I
didn't
had,
even
like,
need
I
the
had to-
keys anymore, huh?
Yeah, I just
Yeah, you're like, I know.
Like you guys remember back in the day, we were all pros at texting.
Oh,
just
dude.
like,
The T9.
I could T9 text in my pocket, bro.
hell yeah, exactly.
Dude, you'd
right?
be like, that's LL, no.
Dude, I remember being like a cashier at work. I would just be like over off the side of the register.
Oh, yeah. Dude, that was a shit. I remember being in school, like fucking trying to text a message. You're like 444.
Have you tried T90 now though?
No.
It's super
I have.
fucking
Yeah,
weird.
Yeah, my mom
the
had
screen?
like. Yeah, I was looking at that. There's
still
an
have
old
that
phone.
option?
They had. Well, no, it's an
Oh,
old
it's
phone.
old, okay.
I'm looking at. I'm like, yeah, I can't do this shit.
No.
Yeah, not anymore. But I miss that shit too because you knew.
Oh, dude, you were
just
so
knew.
fast.
You do it like a touchscreen, like you have to kind of
Yep.
watch and like, oh, I fucked up because I got big fat thumbs. And
But what's funny is like it's almost like it trained us for the smartphones. Like our thumbs were so fucking fast from the T9 texting. By the time we got the smartphone, we're like a set of novels and shit.
You guys don't use swipe?
I use swipe sometimes, but it's faster for me.
Yeah.
What's swipe? Is it where
Well,
you,
it's,
type your, like you write a
yeah.
message?
Well, yeah, where you just like go where the letters are.
It's
Oh, I
this.
see. I know what it is. Okay. Yeah. No.
Yeah, that thing sucks.
No. It's almost like T9 texting almost. Like you got to make sure like it understood what you were trying to. You know what I mean? I use like voice text a lot. but then shit always gets mixed
Yeah, I
up.
hate voice text. You have to like enunciate properly and like.
You're in
if
the
you want
car
to
like,
make
I
sense,
will be there in about 20 minutes. And
Period.
it comes back like, what the fuck? I didn't say that.
I'll be at Helen in 20 Miggins. What?
Yeah, right? You're right. Like,
It's all like, I will bang your mom in 20 minutes.
yeah, right?
Y'all trying to text your son. Really, Dad? Really?
You're like, Dad, what the fuck? No, it was voice text. Lying ass. No, they the phones now. I think that the first iPhone I got was actually from our buddy Sean. He sold it to me.
Oh,
so
nice.
I bought it from him. It was like the iPhone 3, I think it was, and it was like this big block, and very basic and shit. But I was like, yeah, I never had a smartphone touchscreen like that. So I was like, yeah, I'll buy it for. I think it was like $100 or something like that. And I fell in love with it, bro. I was like, oh my god. That was like my first jump from
His
like
cherry
this-
was popped.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Ever since then, I was like, I'm riding the iPhone way, bro.
I remember not wanting to get a smartphone. Like, hey, everyone at work, at our job, like, oh, everybody, your smartphones seem really cool, but, it's not the thing for me. But whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I got it, and I was like, yo, what the fuck's up with this shit? How do I do everything? This is great. I've had it for 5 minutes. It's amazing.
Oh, dude, you want to do everything. Like,
Yeah.
I was fucking with shit. I'm like, what does this do? On every app and shit. Veronica wanted the new iPhone XS, I think is what it is, which I guess is their newest 10 or whatever the fuck. And,
Yeah.
and
iPhone 500.
yeah.
It's like a full screen and everything.
Yeah.
My sister's got one.
And I'm like, okay. And then I'm like, what are the benefits? Because every time Apple releases a new phone, it's like, okay, you kind of don't want the next one. You kind of want the one after. Like they're like every 2 years, I think, is when it goes pretty good. So, like right now I have the iPhone 8 Plus, and I'm like, everything's fine on it. Everything works great. And I look at the iPhone 10, and I'm like, what am I getting? A better camera? I was like, fuck that. For like $900, I was like, fuck you.
That's over $900, bro. It's like
It's crazy.
it's like
too, that they're all
$1,300.
That
Yeah.
expensive these days, like about $1,000
Oh yeah,
these days for a
yeah,
phone.
for the
It's crazy.
standard, for the fucking standard, bro. And if you want more memory and shit, it's like,
Yeah.
oh, it's an extra $100 something bucks. I'm
Well,
like,
see, that's why if you get Android,
Oh.
you just buy an SD card
Yeah,
and just pop that bitch in.
yeah.
and you
Like I
got-
bought the thing, buy an SD card for like $50, 128.
wait, what do
gigs.
you mean? Like if you get a new phone, you just
Oh, like
are you
you're
talking
saying size, right? Like you just
Your
pop it
memory.
here.
Yeah.
Little thing comes out.
Okay.
You put your SD card in. You have more memory.
more memory. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, you can do that with
More-
iPhone too.
Okay. Oh, you mean like more RAM or something? Or-
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
okay.
it's like I think it has like it's like 64 gigs, 128 gigs, and 256. So if you want the 64 gigs, which isn't going to do shit, you're going to run out of memory with just pictures alone.
Yeah.
You want to get the 256, but then
Oh.
they want to charge an extra $100 something bucks.
But you can put an SD card in it, right?
Yeah, you can, and then or like what I do is I'll just upload it on the computer. So like I'll just get like a little flash drive, and then I'll just save it all on there. And because most of my shit's like pictures and videos, bro. Like I'll go through some rabbit holes.
Your
Videos
Snapchat
take-
videos.
Yeah, yeah.
Videos take up so much size.
Dude.
Like one of these videos is like 8 gigs.
It's fucking
And
insane,
that's
bro.
pre-editing. I think post is like 20 gigs or some shit on
Yeah.
my computer.
It takes forever.
It's funny that my phone has a lot of pictures. I think when you have kids, you take a shit ton of pictures.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I always forget to go back and like delete the ones that I don't want. Because
You got, like,
you can hold on
multiples?
the camera and it goes like the shutter speed. Like,
Yeah.
ta-ta-ta-ta. So I'll have like fucking files of like 74 pictures, 62 pictures, and I'm like, fuck, I don't want to go through all these, dude. So it gives you like the recommended best one with the resolution and stuff. So I'm like, fuck it, I'll go with that.
That's pretty cool.
Delete all the rest. Yeah, no, and then my videos, bro. I got so many fucking videos on my phone. Like, it's insane, bro.
Yeah, you're showing a lot of
Like-
videos. Like, yeah.
You ever go like at night, like when I'm at work and stuff, when I'm like, I'm not doing shit, I'll go through them like, what the fuck was I doing, dude? Or what the fuck was I looking at?
Scorpion porn.
Like, scorpion porn.
Snapchat filters.
When grandma has Alzheimer's.
Oh my! I do remember that one.
Like, I just ignore the videos.
Oh my God,
at this
dude.
point. I'm like, this is too many videos, man.
No, it's funny though because when he does send them, is when I'm at work,
It's the best. It's the
and,
best.
and it's like you're just okay. Here's my when the videos you send, they're not safe work appropriate, obviously.
No.
I had another buddy, he sent me videos all the time. I find them hilarious. When I had a Bluetooth speaker connected. I was in the pharmacy, and the pharmacy has this hallway that goes down into the right of it. There's all the treatments for the patients.
Nice.
I forget what kind of music I had. I just know it was like something work happy related, whatever. And then it's like, I'm like, oh no! I'm over here going like this on my phone, like going like this, trying to cover the speaker.
No.
And I'm like, and it's still like, it's all like,
It's all connected.
Yeah, it's still like, oh my god. One of the, I remember, I remember one of the nurses came in here like, George, seriously?
My God.
I'm like, no, it's just, I'm like, somebody sent me a message.
And just connected.
And she's like, "Oh my god!"
Jesus
and
Christ.
I'm like, "Here, I'll show you." I sent it to her, and I'm like, "I don't want to see that right now." I'm like, "Well, that's what someone sent me," and it's just a normal picture.
Yeah.
And it's just someone getting this like Rick rolled, kind of shit. And this was like 2 years ago, so I'm like, motherfucker.
That's fucking
And I was
hilarious.
sending him a message. I'm like, "Y'all, you dick! I was at work." He's like, "Oh, that's even better." And I'm like, I had it on the Bluetooth speaker.
Oh my
like,
god.
Shit! I'm like,
The next day, like, no more Bluetooth speakers allowed in
Yeah.
the workplace.
Oh, we're not missing any names.
Well, I
man.
mean-
And, not say who did it, George, but don't bring those anymore.
yeah, this guy over here is sending me, "Hey, look, Volkswagen," and I'm like, "Bro." I was looking at my phone. I'm like, "Shh."
And it's always funny because it's like the middle of the day.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, let's see, it's Wednesday. He should be at work. Let me check this shit.
Well, see, I had a buddy of mine, like, I was at work, and he was all having a bad day and everything. He's like, because he's working at one of the offices, and I tell him this sucks. Let me see if I can turn my phone on and show you the picture of it.
Yeah.
But anyways, I have you guys have Twitter? I have Twitter.
Yeah.
And I don't use it a lot, but like I still have I have like a lot of cosplay artists that they go on there. Some of them are busty. I'm like,
Oh, shout out to Twitter. Follow us, bsoaps89.
At _ Santino HS. I'll get back to you. That doesn't
I have
sound
no
right.
clue what the hell. I think it's Fluffy Hef.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is, bro. I think it's Fluffy Hef is my Twitter account name.
Fluffy Hef?
Fluffy Hef, bro.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, it's Fluffy Hef.
You have to follow that out of principle. That's
It's
fucking
just
hilarious.
Yeah.
Well, it was just, it was forever ago I made it. It's, George Rios had Fluffy Hef.
Fluffy Hef.
There it is, bro. Like, you can,
Jesus Christ.
it's Fluffy Hef.
Fluffy. This is great podcast material. I gotta say.
Fuck yeah. Hey, we're all following. You guys better join the fucking tide here.
Yeah, I'm at Santino HS.
Yeah,
At
it's.
Santino HS.
Yeah, follow me. For me, I don't post anything ever.
But just follow him. He has some good pictures up there of him in a thong.
Oh shit! The last thing I retweeted was Whataburger.
But anyways, bro, this is like
Oh
the
shit!
picture.
And dogs.
So
Oh, man.
I'll be like,
What is that?
it's one of the cosplay artists. It's MV. So I like her.
Thick mint.
Yeah, her pictures are pretty nice.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
So like I'm like, oh, she's a cosplay artist. That's how I come across it. And I'm like, oh, so I follow him. I'm like, oh, like here you go, bro. Here's a picture for you. Have a good day working at this. One of the offices is kind of crappy at the moment. Got a lot of drama. So my
Everybody loves office drama.
right, yeah,
Everybody.
it's kind of nonsense. But anyways, I try to send him a message. I'm like, here you go, bro, and have a good day. My boss comes in. He's sitting next to me on this computer, the same where you sent me that Volkswagen one. I wasn't I forgot that I sent that to him. So when he says, "Oh, it's Chris," he's like, "Oh, your phone rang." I'm like, "Oh, it's just Chris." I pop it open. Here's the, it shows that picture. And he's just looking at me. He's like, "Yeah, it's just I saw this." He's just like he just looks at me. I'm like, and I'm just like, whatever.
He just plays it off.
Yeah, he's just like,
okay,
dude. And he starts talking about like, yeah, I've been thinking like wanting to go out there. I want to ask this girl out over here working at this other office. And I'm looking, I'm like, okay, he's totally not phased by this. I'm like, oh, now we're on a different level. I'm like,
right.
I got to keep in mind, my boss is only like 2 years older than me.
Okay.
And he's a pharmacist and everything.
Okay.
I'm like, all right, he's on my level. We're good.
Bro, that picture, you guys just took it to the next level. Of
yeah, because he
relationship
saw
right
that.
there.
He was just like, all right, whatever, I don't care.
Yeah,
Fuck
it wasn't
yeah.
like, oh no, I'm in trouble. It's like,
He's like, oh,
No.
how dare you, Jordan?
Yeah, like
How
for a
dare
second, I thought I was going to get in trouble while he was just like chill about it. I'm like,
Yeah, dude.
all right, whatever.
Dude, I get those, that shit sent to me all the fucking time. It's funny because I'll be like, do I send this to the group chat or to just George?
Yeah.
And I'm like, depending on the severity of it, I'm like, just George on this one.
And I'm cool with the videos you sent me. I laugh at them. Like,
Yeah.
that's when you said the Alzheimer's. Like, I fucking started laughing.
Oh, dude. I saw that too and I was like, what the fuck, dude? It's, and then the one, I don't know if
The hospital one.
I put this one in the group where the dude had his girlfriend on his shoulders. And he's like, it's my bitch's birthday.
Oh.
And then he puts her down and shit on the floor. And then when he pops up, her fucking pad got stuck to the back of his neck.
that was bad.
And everyone was like, oh. You didn't see that one?
But yeah, they didn't say nothing to him, though. They let him walk around with
they
it.
didn't say shit,
That's
bro.
fucked up. I was thinking, I'm like, wow, damn, nobody's going to tell him. He's
Dude,
got
I would have been like Dude, what the fuck, bro?
It's like when you see somebody walk around and they got a booger hanging out their nose. Nobody tells them though. Like, you know.
Like, I would tell you. I don't want someone to tell me.
Dude, that video though, with that dude had her pad on the back of the neck.
Stuck and shit.
Yeah,
like,
and nobody said. They just looked.
Yeah,
and
they got quiet. Like, ooh.
Like, should we say something? Nah.
Dude, I'd be like, rub your neck. Rub your neck, bro. Ugh.
What does that mean? Would you have? What if he told you to peel it off? Would you have peeled off the pad?
It depends how close I am to him. It depends how good we are as friends, you know. Like, if we just met, probably not, dude. I probably wouldn't even say shit if we just met. I'd probably be like, okay, let him ride around for a little bit. But if we're buddies, yeah, dude, I'll pull that shit off. I probably wouldn't even tell you. I'd just be like, don't worry about it, bro. What the fuck was that, bro? Don't worry about it.
It's like, I'm just feeling your neck, dude.
I'll tell you about it later. Don't worry about it.
You got good muscles, dude. I'm just feeling your neck. What's up?
The best is like the videos where like a girl's dancing on someone and she comes up, it's a fucking dude. You know, like I sent it to you where
they turned around.
Yeah. So we got like in a strip club and just girl's dancing with a thong and then she, you know, they show her popping up and it's a fucking dude and shit. And the guy's like, "What the fuck, bro?" Like, I'd freak out, bro. Like if
you're gonna see Santino dancing,
ooh,
and then he's gonna turn around and it's like me, Brian, back up.
Brian's gonna start twerking at me.
Oh, I would, dude. Got some singles, bro.
He's gonna go like that.
Quarters.
That's my version of making it rain and just throwing pennies at me.
Yeah, he's got rolls.
I can see you with quarters and then throwing them out. It's like, wait, I need that back for the laundromat.
It's a hard life.
Dude, I read something that strippers make so much fucking money between now and New Year's. Like, dude, and like, what's crazy is like, one of their busiest days is Christmas. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, dude, one of their busiest days is fucking Christmas, or Christmas Eve and Christmas. Because that's where all the lonely motherfuckers, bro, they got no family, got no, you know, they're just out there like, what else am I going to do? It's Christmas Eve, I'm not going to stay at home, fuck it. Let's go get pancakes at fucking Christie's.
Right.
You know?
Or they get waffles and they just go over.
I didn't know strip clubs were open on Christmas Eve, huh?
You want to check it out?
Santino, you want some Christmas money, bro?
Just go in there with a fucking Santa hat and a raincoat.
If you give me Christmas money, I'm just going to buy music stuff.
Dude, smart man.
What if we went in there and like if they had like open like amateur
legs?
nights? Like
it used to be Sunday. It used to be Sundays at Christie's.
Amateur
night,
really?
yeah.
Yeah. We can go up there, bro.
You'll see something.
I'm not shaking my ass on stage.
Bro, like, I mean, imagine, like, let's say, okay, we'll say 2 dances for like 6 minutes total time on stage. You come out with like $400.
What if you got more than that, bro? Just think of all the audio equipment you can get.
Jesus
Would
Christ,
you do it?
No.
If you did that every Sunday, bro, like $400 to $600 every Sunday, extra cash.
Nah,
Just
man.
to go up there and humiliate yourself for about 3 minutes each time.
That ain't worth it.
I'm just thinking about how like weird and awkward would it be. Like, oh yeah, here's big sexy Santino. Ooh, yeah. Nah.
I'd be on the corner stage waving some bills like woo. And then you can like make your own music and shit. So like you're like, I want to go out to this song.
Bro, just go up there with your guitar only and just go.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Be like that scene in Forrest Gump with the lady on stage, but instead it's just naked me.
Just naked you with a Santa hat and your guitar, just covering up your junk, and you're just playing. Dude, the bitches go nuts, bro. I bet you get a couple dudes too, but like, get your ass over here, boy. God. I got $400 for you. Just come sit on daddy's lap.
God
Sing
damn.
me a song.
The dude, like, he takes the dollar bill and shoves up my. Like, I was like, boy, you need to wipe better. Take care of yourself.
You need to wipe better. Oh my
God damn, bro.
Like, you guys are thinking it all sexy. I'm like, how can I make this funny?
Oh my god, dude. You probably get turned on by it too. Like, ooh yeah, girl, you dirty. You dirty boy. Fucking nasty.
Like, yeah, it's fucking gross. You got corn. What the fuck?
Bro,
Or to steal a joke from Dave
I don't know if you.
Doritos.
Is that Oreo crust? What the fuck?
I don't know if you know that. Remember this, Santino.
Sponsored by Oreos.
You
What's
being nasty and dirty right there is totally up his radar.
that? Yeah, I know he's got a half chub right now.
Yeah,
Whatever.
dude.
Oh, fuck yeah, bro.
Why do you think I said that?
Were you scooting closer?
This is
Yeah.
Oh,
Jesus
goodness.
Christ. I was thinking like something perverted and you just come out with like, hey, he's got shit in his ass. Like, what the fuck?
Dingo Barry's just hanging right there. Jingle bells, Santino
almost-
smells.
You guys almost let that, almost lost that because you guys were like starting to overpower me. It was like, no, I deliver this
No,
shit.
dude, that took the cake right there, bro. That'd be your stage name, Dingleberry.
They'll call me Oreo ass because I got Oreos in my ass.
Got that
Dude,
velvet.
Oreo, what do you got? Mega stuffs?
Mega stuff.
You got that white cream between your ass cheeks, bro?
Oh yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I think that's a good point.
How do you follow up with that? You can't.
Yeah, there's no follow up. I think that's the point. We're at the
I
end
think,
anyways.
Yeah, I think we have to call it after that. If you want to come see Santino's Oreo ass, check out the amateur night on Sundays. If you guys want to see it enough, just request in the comments and we'll get them on something real cute and sexy for you. We got zoom in powers on this, so this has been another edition of FME Podcast. Stay entertained.
Stay entertained. Here's some Oreo ass for you.
Mega stuff.
This is the last chance. This is the last. This is the last one where I give it all to you.
And what sucks is that they're in between the screen and the glass of the window. So I can't even fucking get them. Dude, he's like munching on this motherfucker's head. Damn. He's got his claws on him and shit. Either they're fucking or he's eating.